Stitch and Lindy. I am doing a recipe. It feels like it's been a long time since I've done a recipe. This recipe actually I found at the very beginning when I first started watching the Wwgays. This was one of the first recipes that I tried of theirs. And I've kind of taken my own spin on it. So this is the Jello pie that they've made. If you haven't seen that, I'll put the link for their video in the description below as well. But what this is it's a 0-point Jello pie, which is, I've made it actually for Thanksgiving, Christmas, any kind of gatherings. It's a great, just a refreshing pie that you can have. And it sets up really good. You do have to set it in the fridge overnight so that it sets properly, but it's very light. If you do have, with my recipe, if you get 12 servings or more, it's 0 points. If you're getting 8 servings, which is what I get, it's 1 point because I do add some canned fruit. So, and I'll tell you why that actually gives it the points. So what you do, this is very quick too. So what you do is I have our Liberty Greek yogurt, the 0%, has to be the 0% plain, not the vanilla. It has to be the plain Greek yogurt. Any 0% plain Greek yogurt you can use. It doesn't have to be Liberté. This is just the one that I get. So this is the 750 gram tub. So I just use the whole thing. And I am adding this into a microwavable safe measuring cup because you are going to put this in the microwave. So this is good even as an alternative for a cake or pies, any kind of dessert. This will be great for the summers for a refreshing dessert. I actually haven't made this in a long time, so I'm excited to have this again. And this you can either put in a pie plate to serve it like a pie and cut it up like a pie, which is what I normally do, or you can divide it into small containers and then you have it as a snack for at nighttime. So the next thing you want to do is add, I'm doing orange, so this is an orange Jello pie that I'm making. So I am using the no sugar added orange Jello. If you want to make it a different flavor, any of the no sugar added Jellos you can add. So I'm adding 1 package of the orange. So you're just adding the full dry mix to this. You're just going to give this a good mix just so it's incorporated. And what you want to do is you want to put this in the microwave, because when you make Jello with a cup of hot water and a cup of cold, and the hot water activates the gelatin. So you want to just warm this up because you want to be able to activate the gelatin so that it does set like a pie, so it doesn't actually still stay the consistency of yogurt. So I've mixed this all up. So what I'm going to do is just pop this in the microwave for 1.5 minutes. And I know when I first heard this recipe, I thought, I don't like the thought of putting yogurt into the microwave and heating it, but you don't actually notice it because it's such a small amount or small length of time that you're heating it up, so it doesn't actually affect the yogurt at all. So you're putting it in the microwave for 1.5 minutes, and then what you're going to do is re-stir it and put it in for another minute just so that gelatin gets activated, and then it will set. So I'm putting mine in a pie plate. So a 9-inch round pie plate I'm using, 9-inch or 8-inch I think this is. Any pie plate that you have, you can put that in. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it into the fridge overnight so that it sets. It can be between 3 to 6 hours, but I find for myself the consistency is best when it's 8 hours or longer. So I do it overnight in the fridge and then it sets really well. So this is something that's great for potlucks maybe, or family dinners or gatherings, even summer barbecues are coming up. Make this ahead of time the night before, and then it's already ready for you in the morning. With this recipe, so I have this in the microwave for 1.5 minutes, and then I'm going to add, because I'm doing the orange, I'm adding mandarin oranges. Now, the one that I got is in light syrup. I couldn't find the mandarin oranges in a water. If you can find a water, this recipe is 100% 0 points, no matter how many servings you're getting out of this. So because this is in syrup, it comes up as 5 points. So it would be 1 point if you're adding this, and that's based on eight portions. If you're getting the 12 portions, then it's 0 because it's so low of a count. So our yogurt is done for the first 1.5 minutes. So I'll just show you what it looks like. So it's just warm. So it's just more liquidy. So just give this a good stir. And then you're going to pop this in the microwave for 1 more minute. And then that is good enough for the gelatin to be activated. So there, it's just more liquidy. So I'm going to pop this in the microwave for 1 more minute. And another thing that I wanted to say is I did see somebody actually gave me a tip today about a different version of this. What they do is they mix the yogurt with a vanilla or a cheesecake pudding mix, or even a white chocolate pudding mix. Mix that all together. They do not heat it up. They just mix that all together and divide it into 12 portions. And then what they do is they top it with, if you can find a sugar-free fruit, so a blueberry pie filling, a strawberry, a cherry, anything like that, top it with a tablespoon of, or even up to, I think it's 1/3 of a cup that they added on top of that, of each serving. And then you put that in the fridge, and it's like a cherry cheesecake or a blueberry cheesecake, whatever kind of flavor you add. Just put that in the fridge, and you can do that for a meal prep. And then you have that as a dessert every night, or just as a snack at night. So this is done. So see how quick that was? So you did it for 1 minute, 1.5 minutes to start, and then stir it in another minute. So it's really liquidy now and it's warm. And you're just going to add in the whole can of the mandarin oranges. So again, this is in syrup. If you can find it in the water, then it's even better. So just drain that. Make sure you drain all the liquid out of it, because you don't want any excess liquid. I get the segments because I don't want huge pieces of oranges. But the orange, and you can add any fruit, pineapple. If you wanted to add fresh fruit, you could do strawberry with a strawberry jello. That would be so good. Okay, so I've just mixed this. So I'm just going to pour this into my, sorry, my hand keeps going over this. Just going to pour this into my pie plate so you can see what this is going to look like. And you're just going to cover this with saran wrap, and you're going to put it in the fridge for up to overnight. If you want to, if it's something that you need fast, you can, on the Wwgays video that they did their recipe of, they let theirs sit for, I believe it was 4 hours, and theirs came out fine. But I just like mine sat a little bit longer, so I sit mine for 8 hours or overnight. So just make sure it's all kind of spread out evenly. Okay, and that's what it looks like. So we've got orange jello pie. So I'm just going to pop this in the fridge. I'm going to cover it with saran wrap, pop it in the fridge for 8 hours, and then I'll post a picture at the end of what it looks like once it's set and as I take it out, so you can see that it actually holds the form. But again, for WW members, for this, if you get 8 servings out of this with the fruit and sugar, it's 1 point per serving. That's for 8 servings. If you get 12, it's 0. So that's where it comes into play, is if you're doing the individual servings, you have more leeway of spreading it out a little bit better. But as a pie, if you divide it into 8 servings, then it is 1 point per serving because of the sugar in the that it's sitting in. A lot of people I've seen on Facebook and Connect say if you rinse it, it does take out the sugar, but it's been soaking in it, so I don't know how much it's kind of absorbed into the fruit. So 1 point per 8 for 8 servings, or 0 points if you get 12 or more. So I'm gonna pop this in the fridge, and then I will take a picture and post at the end so you can see what it looks like. If you guys do like this recipe, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you wanted to be alerted of any new notification or any new videos that I will be posting, tap the bell button and you will be notified of any new videos when I am posting them up. Thanks for watching.